recording. Oh. What was that? Great. I'm putting this. Welcome to Shenanigans Corp podcast. This is the third episode. Tonight we're joined with my good friend and pal, Kevin.
Thank you very much.
And Kevin is my my good friend and pal, and also friend. That's right.
Yes. And my name is Kevin.
His name is Kev, and you better know it. All right, Kev, we have some bad news actually.
Yes.
And should I just tell them?
I think we should just act like nothing and continue.
Okay. Then we do that.
Yes, but I'm very sad to announce that Victor has some bad news for you all. Yes.
Okay, so fucking what the hell? Our intern Freya. How do you say that in English? Freya? How would you say it? If you say Freya, it sounds like a friar, like a
Freya.
Freya. Freya. Oh, it's a good name.
Suppose.
Freya has quit, and we're now stuck with a load of comics that we cannot possibly get done till deadline. And that's sad and all, but it's a minor breakdown I had over the weekend, trying to figure out what I'm doing. Right now, I'm in a space of I need spiritual guidance, I would say.
Well,
So that yoga class earlier, I think it called for me. It was like, get in here. Get in here.
yes.
You're gonna love this. You're gonna love it. So isn't it? What the hell? What the hell was that?
Var du sådan lidt?
It wasn't a little. That was the Danish word sneaking in. I was a little bit like, what the hell? Maybe the universe just wanted me to just get some of that trauma out of my hip.
Yes.
And I feel good now. Like I have to make that a priority in my life to be in a yoga class.
Yes. A sharp body, a sharp mind.
Yeah, but also one thing is like if you're doing a workout and it's like you're really getting the muscles going, right? Another thing is to loosen, like you're getting all of the, like you're getting your body moving in ways that it's just not supposed to move. No, it's exactly supposed to move like that, right?
Yes.
But
I'm happy for you
thanks.
that the universe did a little trick on you.
How about you?
Well, of course, I'm sad to know that the comic book is becoming a little bit latent now that she's not here.
We're at a pivotal moment. I would say we're at a pivotal moment that we have to really evaluate what we do going forward, because when we were out doing the Halloween stuff with the camera guy, we got so much good insight.
Yes.
From all these kids trick-or-treating that I was like, interesting. Because when we said like a comic book, that was the main format. And they were like, when is it on Netflix? When can we see it?
Maybe you should just explain what we did at Halloween.
So me and Kevin was out doing some footage where we have this documentarist following us. And he wanted the scene where we're out here trick-or-treating and collecting emails for our email list. Not from the kids. I just want to say it's not from the kids, but it's from the parents and all that. It's maybe a little fucking what I would say I felt a little off there. It's like,
Yes.
what the fuck are we doing here? Like it was a little
Yes.
off, but it was funny on camera. Like it looked
Yes,
funny.
yes.
Like it's an absolutely odd situation we're in, but we managed to get some emails from some of the parents. You know.
Yes.
Hang on. I don't know that.
Yeah, we got the finger on the pulse.
Right. So
Yeah.
what happened was that people were interested in this. The kids were, the parents were, everyone was interested in Waffle Man. We were fully dressed up. There's a whole waffle, there was a sword and all that.
Yes.
And many of them asked, when can we see it?
Yes.
When is it gonna air? And I was like, because my whole problem with making a comic book, I do not want to make a comic book that only gets distributed into comic book stores. That's my last line. Like, if I'm doing a comic, I want it in Walmart, I want it in Costco, I want it in Target, I want it at gas stations. Like, I want it distributed.
Yes.
You know, everyone and their mother should know exactly where to get the Waffle Man episode or magazine, right?
Yes.
But that is, it's becoming increasingly more obvious the more I work on it that this is not just a thing. Like there's a whole like it's like we have no money yet. So whatever
Yes.
we do is like if I go into negotiating about all this without saying like we have a bottom line or something, like we don't have anything. It's you know, I could probably make it work. And we find some way to do it, and maybe we can also get it into Denmark and whatnot. But my whole thing is, whatever the format is, I just want it to get to as many people as possible.
Yes.
And when I see the feedback we come out when we're out there, they just immediately understand it. Like they understand it's a waffle and it's funny and it's like, you know, and I just thought to myself, if I release it as a comic, these kids are never gonna discover it the way it maybe should be discovered, you know. Why would I be so stubborn to like I don't inherently have a tie to the comic book community. Like I'm not a diehard comic book fan. When I was growing up, I would watch cartoons, you know.
Yes.
So I understand the format way better than a comic. But I've never really dove into like animation and stuff like that. So my whole problem is that we're so far in the comic, like we're almost done with the second release.
Yes.
Where it's what do we do then? It's kind of with
Yes.
that, right? Because and we have a Kickstarter campaign still planned, and
Yes.
you know, and we're still collecting emails and all that. So we're actively trying to do something, right?
Yes.
We're still filming this for the social media, and so we're not at a halt. We're just at a pivot, I think.
Yes. Yes.
That's pretty interesting to
a crossroads.
a crossroad. But what do you think? Do you have any?
Well, I could easily imagine that Waffle Man was a cartoon,
Yeah, me too.
both a series and a movie.
Yeah,
So I think it's possible,
right.
but the production strategy has to be completely changed.
Right.
But now we have some story already.
We can use like it's not in vain. It's not in vain. Like we have a better understanding of the character. We have a better understanding of the friends and the environment and the whole world, and the whole story at large we have a good understanding of. So in theory we have built the foundation solid. It's a good foundation. Do we keep improving the foundation? Maybe laying a floor?
I think it
Or
would
do
be
we
a
just-
smart idea, because you can always have a comic book as a collectible.
Right. That's so I think maybe we've maybe been thinking of this wrong. But there's pros and cons to all this. I'm getting to that, right? So the pros of continuing with the comic book is that we can still produce at a low cost. You know,
Yes.
It's just me drawing, right? But it's going to be slower, and we're going to have to push the deadline, and I'm not willing to do that. I want to keep the deadline as is, because I want to make sure that we're reaching our Kickstarter goals, no matter, like the deadline has to be the same, right? And we can get it, but
I also think that would make the whole Kickstarter campaign more beefy.
Oh yeah. If it's a cartoon,
Like it's a combo.
a combo. Oh,
both
shit.
comic book
Oh, so you
and
get the first
cartoon.
issue, and we can't do so we either have to focus in and say we're only doing a comic book or only doing a cartoon as a start.
Okay.
So because it's gonna be way too much, like it's gonna be absolutely way too much to both, and we're only the two of us right now, right? So we don't have any help. We can't. If we don't have any help, it's not gonna happen. We have to. Even just one of them is a big deal. So
Yes. But
if we do, what we could do is that we could offer the comic book as a tier kind of level. You know?
yes, that could be
Right?
awesome.
That we have the first issue as a tier level, and then that would be like a print-on-demand product kind of thing. So we don't even go. We just know exactly how much it is, and then we print all the things out, send them out.
Yes.
That could be an absolute thing. It would be more expensive, but it would be calculated into the tier kind of thing, right?
Yes.
That's doable.
I think we should do that.
Hang on, let me just don't draw conclusions.
But I like that.
Right, but that means we're currently canceling the whole comic book line as of right now. If we do that, and I want to go more into it tomorrow. Like we have to really, it's a big decision, and there's also money involved. So one of the thing is that if we go the cartoon way, and I become an animator and I start animating, and that's my whole thing, that's going to be way more time. Like we're talking so much more time, and we need to build an office in here, because I need to shut off when I get into my room. So we have to. I can't do that in both. Like we would need to build a substantial office in there.
Yes.
And so there's one thing that is, I need two softwares to do it. One of them is gonna make certain aspects of it easier. The other one is gonna make the look and feel better, and the work. So I think we should do a hybrid kind of thing. One is a subscription model. The other one is a one-time fee, which is good. And yeah. So if we do that, our goal should be to produce a 30-second snippet that could sell the pilot,
Yes.
so that we can go to the Kickstarter campaign, show the 30 seconds. This is what we want to do, and then we show the whole first episode as we did with the comic book, right? Just show this is exactly how we want to do the first episode. don't deviate at all. Just add more to it, make it more crisp, more fun, more reactions. Bam, you got a funny episode right there. Great episode to start off the whole franchise. If we do that, then it's going to be so much more fun to receive the actual comic book as a tier, because you're like, oh, now I actually understand what the whole episode is about.
Yes.
You know, so we could just do the teaser. I think if we just do it from start until the Rock comes out, that we don't even see him pull out the sword. Or maybe we should
just only see him pull out the sword.
just
like
yeah yeah ah! yeah. Or it's gonna be yeah. But all that, imagine just 1 second of animation is like 30 hours of work, right? I'm just saying.
Yes. Well,
You do that. Yeah.
I would help as much as I can,
Yeah.
but you know, I'm mainly focused on the social media,
Right.
but I'm not even that much into that.
No,
We're
exactly.
only making a podcast,
Right.
So I could learn how to animate also, if
Yeah.
that could be a help. It's only you and me now, so
Yeah.
why shouldn't I?
Right. Yeah. Why shouldn't you? That's a good question.
Maybe some questions don't need answers.
Yeah.
Maybe I just should. But let's keep that whole.
Let's keep it. Yeah. Good idea. Good idea. We can play around with that.
Yes.
But that would absolutely help.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I think that would also demand that I get a new computer.
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah. I have actually one, but it's still a laptop. But I have a computer, and it's also a Lenovo.
well, it's a good computer.
It is. It is very good.
But the one I have is stuffed to the brim.
Yeah. You need storage or.
Yes, storage and maybe I don't know.
I have a computer. Let's see if we can set that up.
Yes.
And then you have the extra screen, so maybe you could.
Yes, I could do some.
I think maybe today we should try to make that our office.
We could.
I think after we eat, maybe let's
Yes.
see what we can do about it. Let's make a plan.
Yes. But it's a very exciting.
It's a very exciting time. Yeah, I would say.
Yes. And I think you do very well at turning a situation that is at first glance somewhat a problem into something fruitful.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you think in terms of her departure?
Yes.
Yeah, well, it fucked me up in the beginning, but then I was like, okay, maybe now we have a more time. So there's two things I've learned while doing this, and that is we go further the more we are, but if I'm alone, I go faster. So it's kind of like the whole process has moved the right direction while she was on here. And we got a broader scope of what we're trying to do. The story got way better, like more characters, like we understand the whole story now, and that's so good. We needed it. I wouldn't have been able to come up with that on my own, at least not at that pace and speed and whatnot.
It's also extremely substantial.
Totally substantial. Now we have a firm grid on the story, and we know exactly how everything is played out. I wouldn't be able to do that without her, so big kudos to her. And we also need to give her credit in the animated show, like story with me and her, right? And you have also contributed as well, right? So that's us going further. But then if I need now, what I need is to just put my head down and animate. We can get pretty far. Like there's a learning curve. I need to learn some software, but there's many tutorials on both programs, and they do vastly different things, and so. But because I combine the two programs, I think we can go faster and we can do more volume. One of them is Adobe Character Animator.
Yes.
You've seen that, where it's like tracking the face and all that.
Also, the new 3D update.
Exactly.
When you turn it, AI animates the back of the character.
Man, that's great.
Yes.
So we want that. We want to do that.
Yes.
And that's only $59 a month, right? If so, that's 400-ish, 50 maybe kroner per month. That's doable. Then the other one is Moho.
I don't know that.
No, but that's also a very good industry animator program, 2D animation program.
Okay.
And you can do all sorts of animations in that. Combining the two might be good, but using only one of them might give a more flat approach.
Then Moho is for after edits.
I would say it's just a more, you have more control over your. It seems more like this is exactly what every animator use in that kind of in the world, whereas Adobe Character Animator is a subset of Illustrator. Like you use it like here's your layers and then do something with those layers kind of thing, right?
I think we could also use Adobe After Effects.
Do you know how to use that?
No, but I've seen a lot of material being produced, and it's very good for making videos stand out. Yeah. And if it's gonna be a cartoon,
Right. So there is a thing where every software has a learning curve, and everything Adobe does is a steep learning curve.
Yes.
So that's like it's a tough it's a tough climb to learn all this, and if there's anything, like I would even say, what you need to learn working in graphics is a mindset of how to approach each project, right? Like when you draw something 2D on a paper, right?
Yes.
It's you and the pen and your vision in your head, right?
Yes.
But if you work in a software, you're like, okay, what am I trying to build here? What layer is this? What layer is that? How would I approach the line? Because you have a line here, you would probably set 1 dot, 1 dot, 1 dot, 1, so you can control every dot, right? Yes. So you're not drawing, you're just mapping, kind of. And that's especially like if you look at people who are graphic designer backgrounds versus people who are drawing background, you can distinctly see if you say make a 2D character for me, you can distinctly see if they're more based in
drawing.
In drawing or in graphic design. Yes. Because a graphic design drawing will just look too perfect. It will just be the right amount of symmetry and the right amount of drawing, and it's just gonna look like very pure and clean. But that's boring. That's how it is. It's just boring to look at. I don't want that. Yes. I want a janky line or an eyelid that fucks off once in a while, right? Yes. Because that's what I emotionally connect with. I want that.
It's also funny.
It's funny. It looks funny. It has character. It has depth. It has human emotion attached to it, right?
Yes.
So if we gotta hire for the people who come from the drawing background, right? Because I guess you could always learn the software.
Yes. Also, with what I've learned from video editing is that you can learn in the process.
Right. And that's the whole thing.
When
You
there's
learn
something
in the
you don't know,
Yep.
you just do the research.
Exactly, and then you learn it.
Yes.
That's the good thing about, if we choose this route. I'm starting to convince myself, but I'm not,
Sounds like it a little bit.
I'm not convinced yet, because it is a big move, and we have to change up some things, and there's a timer and all that.
Yes, and we might have to do some headhunting. for some people who can help us.
We're not gonna do that. Not with the 30-second one.
Okay.
We're gonna go deep and shut the doors, turn down the curtains, and then we say, okay, what are we?
Okay.
Yeah.
You and me.
Yes. And then we're gonna have no disturbances. Everything that is, we have no money. Like, so that's.
Right.
We have spent so much time onboarding her, and getting her up and running, and I haven't had time to like really work, like do deep work. I've just managed, and I hate that.
That's right.
I haven't been able to just really like go down and, you know. So now what we're gonna do now is that we're gonna keep doing content. We're gonna get the social media going, so people get interested in all this, right?
Yes, for Shenanigans Corp.
But share it to Waffleman Comic as well. It's good.
Yes.
Do the memes, all that.
Right, because Waffleman is only one project.
Yeah.
Right. We have plenty other.
Yeah, but we're not gonna focus on that
until
we have a complete success.
We'll keep Shenanigans Corp open.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, we have to.
Yes.
And then we just get into the community.
Yes.
So yeah. And that's it. Thank you for watching. Hvor længe? Kun 26 minutter? Yeah. Do you want to keep going? I kind of want some food.
Skal vi holde en pause?
We take a break now, and then we'll be back after we have eaten a whole pig.